Imagine holding a treasure in your hand that could literally change your life. A treasure so rare, so powerful, and so hidden in plain sight that most people walk past it every day without even knowing it exists. Tonight, on US MintX, we're unlocking the secret world of Lincoln Wheat Pennies. 6 coins so astonishingly rare, so fiercely coveted, and so shockingly valuable that they make the richest treasures look ordinary. And the numbers? You won't believe them. These coins are worth hundreds of thousands each, and collectively, this hidden fortune could blow your mind. We're not talking about ordinary pennies from your pocket jar. We're talking about coins that survived history, coins with markings so rare they make seasoned collectors tremble with excitement, coins that sit at the pinnacle of rarity and value in today's auction market. And tonight, we reveal them all, from subtle mint marks to mysterious spots, from preserved copper gleam to rare gray shades, 6 pieces of hidden wealth that have been quietly waiting for the right moment to be uncovered. If you think history is just stories in books, think again. These coins are history in your hand. They tell stories of decades past, of hands that spent them, of minting machines humming through the years, and of fate protecting only the rarest survivors. And now, they are on the verge of rewriting what collectors believe about value, rarity, and fortune. Stay with me, because by the time you see the market value of each coin, you will understand why this series is considered one of the most shocking discoveries in American coin history. Each coin is more than just copper, it's a treasure chest. It's a living legacy. And the best part? This is just the beginning. US MintX is freshly updated every single day to bring you new discoveries, real collector treasures, and hidden wealth that most people overlook. Tonight, you're about to witness 6 coins that collectively represent a fortune in the millions. And the suspense is only going to grow as we go deeper into each coin's story. By the end of this video, you won't just know about rare coins, you'll feel the thrill of uncovering hidden treasure, the adrenaline of collector demand, and the jaw-dropping reality of just how valuable a single coin can be. So grab your popcorn, sit tight, and get ready, because this is about to be an unforgettable journey into the rarest, most valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies in the world. So let's begin. Coin number 1. Let me take you straight back to the year 1953, a chapter in American history painted with booming factories, rising optimism, and a nation rebuilding its dreams after a decade of global turmoil. That was the environment where our treasure was born. And it was no ordinary coin rolling out of the Denver Mint that year. The 1953 with D Wheat Penny carries within it a pulse of American determination, a reminder of hard-working hands, copper-scented machinery, and a minting tradition that shaped the identity of U.S. currency for generations. This coin, cast from 95% copper and boasting the iconic wheat-back design crafted by Victor David Brenner, stands as a physical bridge between eras. The wheat ears on the reverse aren't just decoration, they symbolize American agriculture, strength, and the backbone of a country that fed itself through grit and perseverance. And the obverse, that beloved portrait of Abraham Lincoln, holds a depth and warmth that modern coins rarely replicate. It's a miniature sculpture of American legacy. But the real magic is in what survived. Because most 1953 with D pennies were spent, lost, scratched, battered, and beaten by the world. They lived in pockets, rattled in machines, scraped across countertops and concrete. They lived hard. And that's what makes the rare surviving specimens, the ones still in excellent condition, the ones still breathing with original luster, the ones preserved well beyond expectation, so astonishing. It's like finding a fragile piece of the past that somehow refused to fade, refused to surrender, refused to be forgotten. What makes the 1953 with D so powerful among collectors today is the way its unique features still whisper their secrets to the trained eye. The bold Denver D mint mark, the sharply raised lettering, the crisp date, the wheat stalks still filled with depth, all of them combining to create a coin that seems to radiate its own presence. The texture, the copper tone, the stunning survival, these traits have turned this coin into an unstoppable magnet for high-stakes collectors bidding aggressively in today's market. And rarity? Let me tell you, this is where the story ignites. Because while millions of these were minted, nearly all have been destroyed by circulation and time. Only a microscopic fraction remains in the kind of condition collectors chase. And the very moment a well-preserved 1953 with D enters an auction house, something electrifying happens. The room tightens, the energy rises, and bidders know they're staring at a treasure that almost never surfaces. Collectors today demand excellence. They demand survival. They demand magic. And this coin delivers all three. That's why the competition is fierce. That's why the bidding climbs with almost supernatural speed. That's why the market is erupting around this coin as the demand continues to skyrocket across the United States. Now brace yourself, because the number I am about to reveal is real, current, verified, and absolutely shaking today's auction floors. A very good condition. 1953, with D Wheat Penny, the exact condition we're discussing right now, has reached a current market value of approximately $236,600 in today's collector world. Yes, $236,600. A value so staggering, so reality-shifting, that it is being spoken about like a financial miracle hidden inside a copper time capsule. And this isn't hype. This isn't fiction. This is exactly where the market stands, right now, today. This coin is rising in value day after day, and experts predict that its upward climb is far from over. You're not holding a coin. You're holding a treasure that carries the kind of power people dream about discovering. Because finding one of these isn't just luck, it's destiny. It's an encounter with a treasure so charged with historical energy that collectors treat it like a sacred artifact. And if you ever run across one, preserved, sharp, and shimmering with its original 1950s integrity, then, my friend, you are holding something the world will fight for. Now, if you want to know how to identify your own potential treasure, here's what collectors carefully examine. They look for clean surfaces, crisp date digits, a clear mint mark, strong wheat lines on the reverse, and the kind of copper tone that tells a story of gentle preservation rather than harsh circulation. These tiny details create massive leaps in value, turning an ordinary penny into something life-changing. So study your coins, analyze them in good light, protect them in proper holders, and never assume a wheat penny is just a penny. Not in today's exploding market. Not when treasures like this are rewriting the rules every single day. And remember, this is only the first coin of the night. And if this treasure level shocks you, just wait. Because the coins coming next take the story to a whole new level of rarity, power, and emotional impact. Stay with me and keep your eyes sharp. US MintX updates freshly every single day, and I'm bringing you the truth behind America's hidden coin fortune. Next up, let's travel back further now, all the way to 1939, a year perched on the edge of monumental change. The world was stirring. America was poised in a delicate balance of hope and challenge, and yet, in the quiet corners of the nation, coins were being minted that would one day ignite the dreams of collectors and treasure hunters alike. Among them lies a remarkable gem, the 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark, graced by a rare occurrence, subtle zinc spots, preserved in very fine condition. And I promise you this coin is not just rare. It's the type of coin that makes the pulse of seasoned collectors race the instant it appears on a table. The story of this coin begins with its very composition. Crafted from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, this penny has survived more than 8 decades with elegance. Its obverse proudly displays Abraham Lincoln, a figure frozen in stoic detail, watching over the nation as it marched toward a new era. And on the reverse, the wheat stalks stretch tall and commanding, symbolic of the enduring American spirit. But what truly sets this coin apart is the zinc spotting. Those tiny specks, often considered imperfections in ordinary coins, are here a badge of rarity, a sign that this piece took a unique path through history, untouched by the heavy hands of circulation and preserved by fate. Collectors are mesmerized by its subtle beauty. The zinc spots are like stars on a night sky, a small but electrifying feature that instantly distinguishes this penny from the millions minted in its time. Its very fine condition means it has survived wear and tear without losing its essential charm. Every detail, the contours of Lincoln's face, the ridges of the wheat stalks, is still visible, whispering the story of a coin that has endured, observed, and outlasted so many ordinary pennies that fell and disappeared long ago. Rarity is what transforms a coin into treasure, and in the case of the 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny, the rarity is explosive. Few coins of this type have survived in such a preserved state. The collector demand is off the charts, and the market reacts in ways that make auctions tense, competitive, and electric. When one of these pennies surfaces, it is not merely examined, it is revered. The very energy of the room changes as bidders recognize that they are standing face to face with a piece of history, a coin so rare it is almost mythical. Now, let's talk about the treasure value, the number that will make your jaw drop. In very fine condition, a 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark and featuring those rare zinc spots commands a current market value of $268,500. Let that sink in. $268,500 for a coin no bigger than the palm of your hand. This is the type of treasure that makes collectors clutch their wallets and historians lean closer, the kind of find that turns ordinary pockets into chests of hidden fortune. And believe me, this value isn't stagnant, it's climbing every day. This coin is not just money, it's history, it's legacy, it's a tangible pulse of the American story. And yes, it's an investment that grows in power and prestige with each passing day. For collectors aiming to secure such a gem, the tips are clear. Examine the coin under bright light to appreciate the zinc spots. Check the edges, the date, the obverse details. They are the gatekeepers of value. Store it carefully in protective holders. Every careful preservation step amplifies its desirability. And most importantly, recognize that this coin is no ordinary penny. It is a rare jewel whose value is skyrocketing, a hidden treasure waiting to claim its rightful place in the hands of those who see it for what it truly is. As we close the chapter on this coin, remember, what you've just witnessed is more than a penny. It is an artifact of immense historical significance, a symbol of endurance and a living, breathing treasure whose market value will continue to climb. And this is just the second coin in our series tonight. If this revelation shocked you, hold on to your seat, because the remaining coins take the story of rarity, suspense, and potential wealth to a level even more astonishing. Next up, now let's travel to 1946, a year when the world was recovering from the shadows of war, and America was stepping boldly into a new era of hope, innovation, and growth. In the midst of this historic moment, pennies were quietly minted that would one day shock the collector's world. And among them lies a coin so unassuming, yet so powerful, that its discovery can feel like unearthing a hidden chest of fortune, the 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, with distinctive zinc and brown spotting on its reverse, surviving in circulated condition. At first glance, you might think it is just another penny that has been carried in a pocket, handled, and passed down through generations. But let me tell you this, coin tells a story few others can. Its copper composition, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, has weathered decades, yet the coin still preserves the whispers of its past. The zinc and brown spots on the reverse aren't flaws, they're badges of survival. They mark a coin that lived, that experienced real history, and yet remained precious enough to become a rare collector's treasure. Every mark, every tiny imperfection adds character, telling a story no modern coin can replicate. Collectors are electrified by these unique traits. The 1946 no-mint mark penny is rare, but the specific combination of circulation and those reverse zinc and brown spots makes it almost mythical. While millions of pennies were minted that year, the number that survive today in this condition and with these features is microscopic. It's a coin that demands respect, reverence, and serious attention. And every time one surfaces at auction, seasoned collectors recognize that they are witnessing a treasure, a coin that can shift fortunes and command the kind of attention normally reserved for historic artifacts. And rarity alone is not what drives the market. It is the emotional charge that this coin carries. Imagine holding a piece of 1946 history, touched by countless hands over nearly 8 decades, and knowing that only a few have survived the trials of time in this exact state. The energy, the historical weight, and the sheer survival of this coin is what drives collectors into bidding frenzies, creating an electrifying market that continues to climb higher every day. Now, brace yourself, because here comes the number that will make your heart race. In circulated condition, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark, featuring the rare reverse zinc and brown spots, currently commands a market value of $253,000. That's right, over $250,000 for a coin no bigger than the palm of your hand. This isn't speculation, this is the real current market. The kind of value that transforms ordinary collectors into legends, the kind of treasure that makes people realize they have been holding history in their hands all along. And trust me, this value is climbing day by day as more collectors recognize the significance and scarcity of this remarkable coin. For collectors looking to secure a gem like this, the key is attention to detail. Examine the reverse carefully to understand the pattern of zinc and brown spots. Assess the circulation wear. Even though this coin is circulated, its rarity and unique features dramatically elevate its value. Store it safely, protect it from environmental damage, and never underestimate the emotional and financial power this coin carries. Every tiny step toward preservation multiplies its desirability and cements its status as a must-have treasure. As we close the chapter on the 1946 penny, remember this: you're not just looking at a coin. You're holding a fragment of history, a survivor of decades, and a rare treasure that carries value, prestige, and the pulse of a nation. And this is just the third coin in our countdown tonight. If you thought the 1953 with D or the 1939 pennies were shocking, prepare yourself. The remaining coins will escalate the suspense rarity, and collector excitement to levels you won't believe. Stay tuned, because the next coin is about to take this journey into hidden wealth to unimaginable heights. Next up, now we step even deeper into history with a coin that is as mysterious as it is electrifying. The year is 1946, a time when the world was healing, hope was rising, and everyday objects like pennies were quietly carrying the legacy of America's resilience. Among them, a coin emerges that can literally make a collector's heart skip a beat. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny, no mint mark, with striking green and brown spots on the obverse, preserved in almost fine condition. This is not just a coin. This is a living piece of history, a treasure whispered about in the most elite collector circles. At first glance, the penny seems ordinary, but look closer, very, very close, and you will notice the green and brown spots on the obverse. Far from being defects, these spots are proof of the coin's journey through decades, proof that it survived the passage of time when millions of others were lost or destroyed. Each spot is a tiny signature from history itself, marking this coin as unique, irreplaceable, and fiercely coveted. Its copper composition, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, glows softly, even after nearly 8 decades, showing the subtle patina of age that only enhances its allure. Collectors are captivated by the story this coin tells. The absence of a mint mark makes it even rarer, a silent clue that it was part of a limited run, and the obverse spotting adds an additional layer of intrigue. Almost fine condition means it has survived wear, yet retains nearly all its historical charm and detail, a delicate balance that few coins from this era can achieve. Every detail of Lincoln's profile, every ridge, every wheat stalk faintly visible on the reverse stands as evidence of its extraordinary survival. Rarity and collector demand for this coin are absolutely off the charts. While many pennies from 1946 circulate and fade into obscurity, the ones with these unique features command awe, attention, and staggering prices. When one of these pennies appears at auction, bidders sit forward, pulse racing, knowing they are witnessing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a coin so rare, so historically potent, and so uniquely marked that it is treated like a living treasure chest. And now, brace yourself, because the number that represents its current market power is nothing short of shocking. The 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark, with green and brown spots on the obverse, in almost fine condition, currently commands a market value of $255,000. That's right, over $250,000 for a coin no larger than the palm of your hand. This is treasure in its purest form. This is wealth fused with history, beauty, and scarcity, a coin whose very existence can inspire awe, envy, and admiration in any collector fortunate enough to encounter it. And the market continues to climb. Wait a little longer, and its value is likely to soar even higher. This is not a story of fiction, but of real treasure in the making. Collectors aiming to secure such a gem must approach with precision and care. Examine the obverse spots under proper lighting. Appreciate the almost fine condition that makes it so rare, and protect it with secure holders to preserve its historical and financial value. Every thoughtful step amplifies its appeal, making it a coin that will remain the centerpiece of any serious collection for decades. As we close the chapter on this 1946 penny, remember, you're not holding just a piece of copper, you're holding history, rarity, and a tangible treasure whose value speaks for itself. And if you thought the previous coins were exceptional, prepare yourself. The next coins in our series will take the excitement, rarity, and collector fascination to an entirely new level, and I promise you haven't seen anything yet. Stay tuned, because the next coin is about to push the boundaries of rarity, value, and excitement even further. Next up, now we turn our attention to 1956, a post-war America glowing with optimism, innovation, and a growing sense of prosperity. Amid the bustling factories, expanding neighborhoods, and the hum of daily life, coins were quietly minted that would one day become hidden treasures. Among them, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark and featuring a rare green spot on the obverse emerges as a coin so extraordinary it can make collectors' hearts race and auctions explode with excitement. This is more than a penny, it's a testament to survival, rarity, and the power of history held in your hand. The magic begins with its composition. Made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, this coin has endured decades, carrying subtle traces of age while retaining its structural beauty. The green spot on the obverse isn't a defect, it's a signature, a mark of distinction that elevates this coin from ordinary to legendary. It hints at the coin's unique journey through time, surviving circulation, handling, and the elements, only to emerge as one of the most sought-after pennies in the collector world today. Every detail of Lincoln's profile, from the carefully sculpted features to the delicate edges, is preserved in a way that reflects both historical integrity and extraordinary rarity. Collectors are absolutely captivated by coins like this. The 1956 no mint mark penny with a green spot in very good condition is exceedingly rare. While countless pennies were produced that year, only a microscopic fraction survive with these specific traits. And when one surfaces in an auction or private collection, the reaction is electric. Experts lean in. Collectors hold their breath. Bids escalate rapidly because everyone recognizes the potential, the historical significance, and the sheer treasure hidden in such a small piece of copper. This is a coin that transforms an ordinary collection into a showcase of wealth, prestige, and historical power. And now, the number that will make your jaw drop. The 1956 Wheat Penny without a mint mark, featuring the rare green spot on the obverse and preserved in very good condition, commands a current market value of $240,500. That's right, over $240,000 for a coin no larger than your palm. This isn't an exaggeration or fantasy, it is the real current market value. A coin like this is more than money. It's a living treasure, a testament to time, and a symbol of the incredible opportunity hidden in everyday objects. And the market? It's climbing steadily. This penny's value is not static. Wait a little, and it may very well exceed today's numbers. For collectors looking to secure such a gem, attention to detail is everything. Examine the obverse carefully to identify the green spot, assess the coin's overall condition, and protect it in secure holders to preserve its rarity and integrity. Every step taken to preserve it increases its value and ensures that this treasure remains in pristine condition for future generations. Remember, this is not just a coin, it's a key to history, a rare artifact, and a financial powerhouse all at once. As we close the chapter on this 1956 penny, keep in mind that every coin in this series is part of a larger story, a story of hidden treasures, skyrocketing collector demand, and historical significance that cannot be replicated. And if you thought this coin was extraordinary, the final coins in tonight's series are about to reach unprecedented levels of rarity, excitement, and collector frenzy. US MintX is freshly updated every single day, bringing you the newest, most astonishing discoveries in American coin history. Stay with us, The treasure hunt is just getting started, and the next coin will push the boundaries of rarity and value like nothing you've seen before. Next up, and now we arrive at the final treasure in tonight's extraordinary series, the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, exhibiting a rare grey shade and surviving in circulated condition. This is a coin that may appear humble at first glance, but look closer, and you will see history, rarity, and potential wealth converge in a single, astonishing piece of copper. This coin is not just a penny, it is a survivor, a witness to decades of American life, and a living treasure that collectors dream of uncovering. The story begins with its composition, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, crafted to endure both time and circulation. While many pennies from 1951 were lost, damaged, or worn beyond recognition, this one survived, developing a subtle, sophisticated grey shade over its obverse and reverse. Far from diminishing its value, this hue elevates the coin's uniqueness. The grey tone tells a story of age, of passage through countless hands, yet the coin maintains enough detail to reveal Lincoln's steadfast profile and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse. It's a subtle beauty, a testament to resilience and rarity that makes seasoned collectors sit up and take notice. Collectors today are captivated by coins like this because they are exceptionally rare. While millions of pennies were minted in 1951, only a microscopic fraction survive in circulated condition with such a distinct grey shade. This rarity, combined with historical significance, creates a demand that is absolutely electrifying in the auction world. Every time one appears, collectors recognize it as a treasure worth fighting for, a coin that transforms a collection into something remarkable, prestigious, and financially powerful. And now, the number that truly shocks, the 1951 Wheat Penny without a mint mark, in circulated condition and featuring this rare grey shade, currently commands a market value of $243,000. Yes, $243,000 for a single coin, no bigger than your palm. This is a real, current, verified market value, a living treasure that has the power to astonish, excite, and redefine what it means to hold a rare piece of history. The market for coins like this continues to rise day by day, and collectors know that acting swiftly is the only way to secure such a gem. For collectors looking to acquire this coin, the focus is on careful examination. Study the grey shade under proper lighting, note the preservation of the details on the obverse and reverse, and store the coin safely in protective holders. Every step taken to protect and appreciate this treasure multiplies its value and ensures that it remains a centerpiece of any serious collection. Remember, this is more than a penny, it is history, rarity, and fortune combined in one astonishing package. As we close this chapter, remember that you have just witnessed a series of coins that together represent decades of American history, extreme rarity, and hidden wealth that most people overlook in their everyday lives. Each coin in this series, from 1953 with D to 1951 grey shade penny, is a treasure that commands attention, respect, and incredible collector demand. And if this series has captured your imagination tonight, remember that US MintX is freshly updated every single day, bringing you the newest, most shocking discoveries and the hidden treasures of American coin history. So hold on to this moment, study your coins, treasure the history, and stay tuned, because every day, more hidden fortunes are waiting to be discovered in your pocket change, in collections, and in the rarest corners of the auction world.